That's right. Welcome, 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 because you have just tuned in to Real Labs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I am in the big chair today. That means I am hosting, and I am proud. I am honored to be joined in virtual studio with two of the most wonderful and entertaining people you will ever meet. And I mean this. If you guys could, if you guys could see what I'm seeing, you would understand why I say that. First off, I'm joined in studio by the Godfather of Orlando comedy. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Ken Miller, is in the house. Ken, what's going on, bro?
Man, I'm tired.
You tired, bro? What's up?
Man, we hung out at open mic last night with some Justin popped in, Shireen popped in. I mean,
Nice.
comics I hadn't seen, because I stopped running other bar. So
Yeah,
comics I hadn't seen in forever, man. Because I ended up hosting the open mic last night. Showed up, so we was party.
I like it,
Man,
Brandon. I
and
like
I'm
it.
telling you like this, man, it's catching up to me. I'm
Uh,
45 now, bro. Like I was like couple of drinks. I'm like, man, let's do
bro,
this. Now I
bro,
get two drinks. I'm like, man, I'm ready to go home.
bro, at 45, your knees go to sleep at night before you do. Like, bro,
Bro,
you can.
I like you can hear my voice. I'm just like low energy. Like I
Yeah.
was ready to go home, bro. I then so had some drinks, smoked a couple of cigars, outside of the little patio at the Improv. And everybody was like, all right, what's next? I said, a popka.
If you don't
I
know,
said,
that's
the
where Ken
popka is
lives.
next for me, bro. I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
home.
yeah. Ken, what's next? The back of my eyelids.
Bruh, for real, man. So let's have a good time. I'm happy to be recording today.
So am I, man. I'm in a really good mood. I'll tell you guys why in just a second. But I got to introduce our next guest. Now, y'all know Patricio. He's our man. He's a dude that works at the Aaron Morse Law Office for Family. And he also has a podcast called With a Side of Chaos. But my friend is doing something a little different. Now, if you guys are on YouTube, you can see what we see right now. He's coming to us live from Atlanta. And he is, Patricio, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell everybody where you're at.
So right now, I am in the heart of downtown Atlanta for DragonCon 2022. DragonCon is by far one of the biggest conventions this side of the Mississippi. It is a collection of pop culture, anime, movies, superheroes, everything that we loved as kids and as big adults now is
Yeah.
here live, and I'm loving it.
Bro, I can tell you in your element because you're not dressed in normal clothes, by the way. What are you dressed as? You seem to be cosplaying, my friend.
Yes, sir, I am. I am actually Professor Chaos from South Park. I am a Butters alter ego. So when Butters goes evil, he turns into Professor Chaos, bringer of destruction and doom.
Gotcha. I get it. I like to play on with a side of chaos. I get it, bro. I like what you're doing out there.
That's right.
Now
That's right.
we can see a lot of people in the background walking back and forth. And one of the first things I noticed there is a lot of boobs out there, and I'm
There.
talking about the men because there's a lot of big dudes walking around.
Yeah, I have seen my fair share of men badonkadonks and men boobies since I've been here. But I want to go off what Ken was saying earlier about him being tired. Sir, I got you beat because I have not slept for 36 hours.
Wow, 30. Why would you not sleep for that long,
Yeah.
Patricio?
Because I needed to be in Atlanta by 8:30 so we can check into our Airbnb.
Hmm.
And I left bingo at Graffiti Junction, College Park every Thursday, 9 p.m. And my buddy Carlos and I, we drove through the night, drove right through Georgia into Atlanta, and we got here right as the sun was coming up.
Bro, that's insane. I can't do anything like that, bro. I
Man,
can't just be tired and drive to Atlanta. I can't do any of that, bro. God.
I've done it. I've done it after shows where I'm like, I'm ready to go home. And
Yeah.
I get in the car and I just start driving. And
Hmm.
if I get sleepy, I'm hitting the rest stop and then I sleep for an hour or two. So I've
Yeah,
I've done it before, but lately now my wife is like, "Hey, just get you some sleep. I know you're ready to come home. Get you some sleep and just come home in the morning."
Bro, but he
Because
can't
usually
do
right after
that.
the show, because we be up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're up, and right
Adrenaline.
after the show, you're like up, man. And then I'm like, I'm gonna just drive a few hours,
Yeah. It
and then
sounds
when
good
I
at
get
first.
tired, yeah. At first, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna
I
drive a few
got this.
hours. As soon as I get tired, I'm gonna stop. And I'm usually like 3 hours in that drive, like, man, I should turn around.
Go all the way back.
I should go all the way back, man. That's how you know you tired. You ain't even thinking right.
The
So if you
bag,
see me
I
like
should go
turn to
back.
the side, is because people are getting pictures of me.
bro, do your thing, man, out there, man. Hey, save the good stuff for OnlyFans. Don't give it away.
Yeah, I
I'm not.
just want you to know, bro. If Hurley he was on here right now, he would kill you, bro.
Yeah, he would. He'd be
Oh, I
No,
know,
clowning
he
you.
would
dude.
kill you. Hey, bro, your background noise so damn loud.
Yeah, he would be. He'd
I
be
am.
freaking
I
out.
apologize. I apologize to
Hurley, he would
audio
kill
at
you
the
right
end.
now, bro.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, absolutely. But he can't do what you did, Ken. Like if he gets tired driving, he can't do that and stop anywhere dressed like that.
Yeah, nah.
Maybe cops be like, "You going to jail
Yeah,
for
yeah. You
what? I
going to
don't know, but
I
your ass
don't
is
know.
going."
You going to jail, Professor Doctor Chaos or whatever.
Trying to blow up the moon. We gonna arrest your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Ransom off a star. That's awesome. So it's is it like a megacon? Is that what DragonCon is? Where it's
So
everything geek culture?
it's everything geek culture, and it's spread out throughout the heart of downtown Atlanta. It's spread out between 5 of the major hotels in their ballrooms and conference rooms. You have panels, you have vendors, you have everything, and it's a collective of just people who love whether it's a single character from a movie or a superhero or whatever. Like people are dressed to the nines out here, and someone's walking a dog.
That's the weirdo of the group. If you walking a dog while they're
Yeah,
dressed up
yeah,
like
right.
Catwoman, you're the weirdo.
Yeah. Like this lady this lady on her way to walking her dog on her way to take the dog home to go to work, and everybody else out here dressed up, and she the weird person.
She's the weirdo. Look at this lady. She doesn't even have a wand or a cape.
Yeah. Like
Yuck.
what hero walks a dog? What is it? What's
Well,
Superman's dog?
Crypto.
Yeah, is that Crypto? Who is
It's
that?
not even white like crypto. Oh man, I want to share something really cool with you guys, man. As you know, shameless plug, I'm the host of The Lowdown on Afro Xfinity Comcast late night talk show. Please tune in, channel 1623, if you could. My very first show that I did as the host of The Lowdown, I had Justin Lawson. You guys know he's a comedian, one of the funny guys. He was based out of Orlando for a while, moved out to LA. He was my very first guest. Now, I had Justin on the show on Friday, y'all, of last week. And when he came on my show as my first guest, he came and he impersonated Cat Williams because he does a great Cat Williams impression. So when he came back to my show last Friday, it happened to be Cat Williams' birthday, which I just thought, how weird is that? That the dude he impersonated when he comes back on my show is his birthday. And he actually did the Cat Williams impression again, man. So it was just special. I just want to give a shout out to Justin Lawson, man. It's great to see, and Ken, you can agree with this. It's great to see comics that we seen that were young, that worked their butt off. They kept at the craft. They kept traveling. They kept at it, and you see them with success. You see how much they've grown, and for them to come back home and we can welcome them with open arms, man. It just feels great to see that kind of progression, man. So shout out to Justin Lawson,
Shout out to
man.
Justin. Yeah, he was at the Improv last night in Tampa, and then this Thursday, September 8th, he'll be at Orlando Improv.
Yeah, we'll all be there. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
man,
so.
we'll definitely be there supporting him, bro. So funny, it's so good, man. But I'm a little tired too because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a smart man. I accepted a comedy gig at one of our favorite places, Ken, Vasani's Comedy Club. Now we all love Vasani's, man.
Yeah.
But it's located in Port Charlotte, and I'm here in Orlando. Now, if you do Vasani's, you have to do Wednesday through Saturday. I have a job during the week, so I got to get back every day to do it. So Wednesday, I came to work, drove straight to Port Charlotte, drove back after the show because I had to be to work on Thursday.
Oh, that's
Thursday,
right.
went to work, did the show that night in Port Charlotte, then drove all the way back. Woke up this morning, 3 hours later, did the show. Woke up last Friday. Woke up. Did my regular show, then had to drive right back to Port Charlotte. So, bro, I'm still feeling the effects after the weekend of being an old man. I can't do what I used to do, bro.
You know what's crazy? I was going to ask you about that because I was curious how comedy work with the Lowdown. Like, because you can't go, like, you can't take a weekend to
That's
go do
right.
stand up like you used to.
I can't.
I'm curious. I was always curious to how you did that. I didn't know you were driving back and forth, man.
I have to. I can't just take off because TV is a little different. You can't just like call in sick. People have paid sponsored ads for brand new shows, so Afro got to get this money. So it's like having a pimp, Ken. I'm, for real. I'm out here prostituting. That pimp's like, I want my
I
money.
want my
Where
money.
my money?
How do you feel about it though? Because you're a comic before anything, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
are you cool with like, hey man, like I can't do the gigs I wanted to do on the weekend because I got
Mhm.
the TV show? Are you cool with that
I,
or
to be perfectly honest with you, Ken, yeah, bro, I'm definitely cool. Here's why. My ultimate goal as a comic has always been I wanted to be a late night talk show host. Now that I've been blessed enough to do it, I can't complain about anything in my life, man. I really can't. I love what I get to do on TV. I love the opportunities that I afford people who are trying to make a name for themselves, and I get to do that. I still do comedy, but I just have to be a little bit more selective about the
yeah.
dates that I'm allowed to take. But I can't be mad, Ken. I'm not gonna be mad. Life's
Do
too
you feel
good for
like
me
it
right now.
hinders your progress in comedy? Like if say for instance
No.
you don't go on the road for 5 months because you got TV.
Yeah.
Do you feel like because you know how comedy is? If you ain't if I almost cuss, if people don't see you out there, they're like, oh, James don't do comedy no more.
Uh, I
So do
really
you
don't.
feel like that hinders your progress in comedy, or you feel like it's still the same?
I think it's the same, and here's the only reason why I say that. Here in Florida, we have so many clubs I can travel to and drive back. So I haven't missed any comedy as far as how many weeks I'm booked. I'm still booked, but it's just I can't travel outside the state. So I'm still doing comedy, so I still feel fresh, man. I still get to sharpen that tool though as a comedian, and the show helps me because what they want to see when you try to reach out to these clubs, they want to see visibility, bro. They want to see what are you working on. So if I say I have 2 television shows, I'm on a radio show, it still works in my favor, man. People still like, oh, okay, and I keep
But
posting on that social media. Go
but
ahead, Patricio.
I gotta say, James, it's the love of the arts. Like
Yeah,
you'll put yourself through hell and high water for the love of
absolutely,
the art.
absolutely,
When
bro.
when I would do Halloween Horror Nights, like I was working, my regular 9 to 5, get out at
Mm-hmm.
5 on the dot, get to Universal at 6, clock in at 6:30, be out at 2 a.m. and do it again like 3 4 times a week. And it wasn't for the money. Honestly,
No.
I enjoyed the art. I enjoyed getting into costume and just scaring it. The love of the arts.
Now, I would tell you right now, if I had 2 different jobs other than being a host on a television show and a comedian, I couldn't do it this way if I had a different job. Like, I wouldn't be this excited and okay if I left the lowdown because I had to go work my shift at Subway. Like, no, I would. Like, if I had to go fried chicken at KFC, I would not be this happy. I'd be mad as like, I
Yeah,
can't stand chicken no more.
yeah. Well, that's how I was. That's how I was at my job. I liked my job. You know what I'm saying? So
You loved your job.
I was cool with. Hey, I had to work my 8 hours, get off, chill for a little bit, then hit the road to drive to wherever whatever show I had to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
But I got lucky because I was working from home, so I didn't have I ain't have to drive back.
No, you didn't.
Now
No,
back
you
in the
didn't.
day when I wasn't working from home, I did have to drive back. But
Yes.
after COVID, man, it was good. I didn't have to drive back as much. I could just stay at the hotel, have my setup in the room, and as long as they got some good Wi-Fi, I'm good.
Yo, bro, you've been traveling a whole lot, and I want to talk to you about something that I'm curious about because of all the traveling that you've been doing, Ken. But I want to wait till we get back after this break. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. Back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. Want to remind you guys that it's me, James John, that is hosting. And if you guys want to listen to all our past episodes, just download the iHeart app, look up Real Labs, and you can listen to the last 5 years of this show. Also, you can check us out on Spotify, iTunes, and now you can actually see these faces. That's right, on YouTube. Need you guys to go there, subscribe, like, and comment, and share all this wonderful hilarity with everybody out there. I'm joined in the studio today with Mr. Ken Miller and Patricio. Patricio is coming to us live from Atlanta. That's right, because he's at Dragon Con. He is fully dressed up, ready to go. Now, Patricio, let me ask you a quick question before I ask him what I want to ask him. When you go to these events, you can um buy different experiences if you want. Go see certain panels. You get to meet certain celebrities. Do you ever participate in that, or are you just strictly there for the vibe?
So for the past few years, I've been doing what's called handling, and that is providing security and help
Bro, that's illegal in
for.
3 states to be handling. You just can't be out there handling in public, dude.
So I provide handling for Allison Chase. She's a major cosplayer,
She
and
is.
for the past few years, like I've been coming with her to the cons. But before that, yeah, I would go, and one of the greatest experiences that I ever had was going to a live Q&A with Jason David Frank. He's the Green Ranger for Power Rangers,
Oh
and
wow.
I got to ask him. I started crying when I got to the front of the line,
You were
and he's like,
bro, wait a minute. You was crying?
"I was."
Bro, you can't cry as a man when you meet another man. You can't do that.
Well, no, I tell him, I'm like, listen, you were a big brother to a lot of us, who had no brothers or sisters. Like
Oh wow.
he was like the role model for a lot of us, only child kids.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started saying that, I was tearing up, and he brought me on stage and gave me a hug. So it was
Ah,
an
nice.
incredible experience to meet my childhood hero.
Now his character, if I believe, was Tommy, correct?
Correct.
Yes, Tommy. Now he started out as the Green Ranger, then became a White Ranger. Didn't he go back to Green Ranger again?
Yeah, because he started off as the evil Green Ranger
I
created
remember
by
that.
Rita Repulsa, and then he joined the Power Rangers, became good, and then his powers depleted. But then Zordon brought him back as the White Ranger.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's weird, man, because all the Power Rangers have powers. Like you have the red one that's red power, the green one has green power, the black one has black power. It's weird to be the white one and have white power. Like that. You can't be yelling that out. White power. Wait a minute.
Wait a
Black Ranger,
minute now.
Black Ranger looking around like, what'd you say?
What? What? I'm gonna tell you what we not gonna do, okay?
Yellow Ranger sitting in the corner like, I ain't got no power.
Oh. Oh, that's horrible, man. That's
I'm the
horrible.
same way, dude. I when I meet heroes, like especially childhood heroes, I'm the same way,
Okay.
dude. I get super crybaby-ish.
Do you really can?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's I'm I even with comedy, I wouldn't say I get crybaby-ish with comics, but when I meet a comic that I grew up watching and I
Mhm.
get to work with that comic, I'm like, yo, I'm opening for Damon Wayans. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it gets me. Like when I met Bobby Brown,
Yeah.
bro, I was like, yo, do you know who you are?
Yeah. He said, "Of course, baby. I'm Bobby, baby."
You know you Bobby Brown. What you doing downtown in Hooch?
That's
I know
funny.
who I am.
Like, yo,
I know
like,
who I am. Who the hell are you?
yeah, like, bro. Everybody know that story, bro. When I'm at the other bar drinking, some kid come over. He's like, some brown Bobby guys across at some bar. I said, Bobby Brown. He said, yeah, some like old guy.
Really?
Like, I was like, what?
What?
Damn.
Oh my God.
Bro, I done ran over in the bar. Matter of fact, I had a drink with me. The bouncer was like, you can't bring that in here. I said, bro, Bobby Brown in there. I don't give a you about to stop me from seeing Bobby Brown?
And it was
Man,
meant
I
to
said,
be.
well, hold my drink. I gave my drink to the bouncer.
Can't it was
Bobby
meant to
Brown.
be. Bobby Brown was
Yeah.
out there.
I got to see Bobby Brown with Keith Sweat a few years ago, and Bobby Brown almost started a riot at the UCF arena.
What happened?
So it was right before Keith Sweat came out, and Bobby Brown just finished performing, and it was intermission right before Keith Sweat comes out, and then Bobby Brown just gets on the mic. He's like, "Get your asses to the front. Get your asses to the front."
No.
And as if the floodgates open, you
Yeah.
had everybody just rushing to the floor. Like the entire all the levels just started coming down. And like we were already front row because we got hooked up. But then you had the entire arena just like behind us just pushing because they're like, Bobby said I could come. Bobby said I could get down here.
Yeah. We did that. We went to see Drake at the UCF arena, and this was before this when he was mixtape Drake before the albums started.
This is all the old stuff like you the best.
Yeah.
You
That
the
Drake.
best.
So we came down we were up in the joints, and the down on the floor level, they actually had no seats. People were
Oh,
just
you were
on the
standing
floor.
up?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we had seats, but me and my boy Angel were like, "Yo, everybody down, let's just go down there." So we
Yeah.
went down there, and nobody stopped us. And pretty much everybody was down on it. It wasn't a packed concert. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
Oh, this is
It
early
wasn't
Drake.
because it's not Drake. You know the Drake we
Now
know now.
it's not Drizzy
It
Drake.
was mixed. Yeah, it was mixtape Drake.
Yeah.
And this how you knew we was old, bro. Me and Angel in there with polos, jeans, Tims. Like we dressed for a hip hop concert. All these kids got on skinny pants.
Yeah.
I was just like, and when it was over, we was like, yo, we gonna go downtown, drink, keep partying, bro. When that concert ended, me and Angel looked at each other, was like, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead home. I said, I'm gonna go, man. We went to Waffle House,
Angel
got the
said,
Waffle House, and went home, bro.
Angel said, "Hey, bro, what's next?" And kid said, "A popka."
Hey, this is my out to my days. Out to my.
To buy.
This how I knew it because we was down there. We had met some girls, and I had one of them on my shoulder.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Ken.
Like, yeah.
Oh.
This before my wife.
No.
This before my.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying ooh because bro, you gotta have some strength.
Yeah.
To be putting a
Dude,
woman
this
on
is
your
workout
shoulders.
Ken. This is workout Ken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. But I'm telling you, when it was done, me and Angel was like,
Yeah,
man, we can go on. It
You
was
know
like
what?
a Thursday. It was like a Wednesday, Thursday night too. I think we even had to work the next morning.
Damn,
And I was
that
like,
was,
man, I'm gonna head home. I did the SpongeBob, getting out the chair. All right, I'm gonna head on out.
okay. So 1 hour later.
Yo, that was good. That was good, James.
You did sound like him.
Thank you. Let me ask you a question, Ken. Now that you're older and you're talking about concerts, can you still go to the like hype concert? Can you still do that?
Yeah. We went to the New Edition reunion tour. New Edition, Charlie Wilson and Jodeci
Charlie.
and Uncle Charlie. And me and my wife was out our seat.
Really?
We love concerts. We still get up, we'll party, but you gotta think, yeah, 2-3 hours, and then when it's done, she was like, "What we doing now?" I said, "We going back to the hotel." I said, "That's what we about to do."
I paid $300 for these tickets. We gonna settle some debts.
Man, we going back to the hotel, bro. I love you. It's crazy because I honestly, I think I might have went to 2 or 3 concerts before I met my wife.
Okay.
And now that we've been together, I've probably been in like 15 or 20.
And you enjoying this? You enjoying
I
that
enjoy
spot?
him. Yeah. As long as it's somebody I want to see, bro, I probably seen Frankie Beverly and Maze 100 times.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
was gonna
saying? Like,
say,
as long as it's somebody, you know, I got at least know 3 songs.
That's it. 3 of them.
At
Just
least 3,
3,
bro. At least 3, bro. If I don't know more than, if I know like one song, I ain't gonna have a good time. But if I can't get up and sing and dance and sing the song with them,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm in a different mode when it comes to concerts. Now, I will say, I was going to concerts with Michelle before we were married. Like before we had kids, we were going to concerts back in the day. I actually got to see R. Kelly perform, y'all. Believe it or not,
Ooh.
bro. I know what the man's done, what he's did, but I can't take away how talented that brother was. But bro, he's one of those dudes that can, like, when you go see him live, there's no auto tune back in the day. They ain't got no studio there. It is just nothing but him purely singing live. And that brother, he could croon back in the day, which that's why I'm baffled by the trouble he's in, because he had no problem getting women to want him. Like that dude was singing. My wife was looking at him a certain way back in the day, bro. He was singing. I looked at him a certain kind of way. So I was thinking to myself, oh, he could get it. But anyway, I don't know, man. I just don't understand that kind of thing. But you know what?
It's weird to me too, man. I think it's a power thing, bro. I think like a lot of these guys got power over women because of their success.
That's what it is.
Like, you know, instead of just being like, okay, I'm rich, I'm famous, you're gonna want me anyway. I got to do some extra stuff.
Bro,
yeah, but at the same time,
you're rich and famous. You don't have to do that extra stuff. Like,
I don't get it. Yeah,
I was just gonna say, like, you still have a moral, you still have morality, you still have judgment, and just because you're rich and famous, and just because you have that power and accessible to all those funds, doesn't mean you could be that crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you can't.
Well,
It,
here's
it,
my thing though. You don't even have to.
You don't
Like,
have to.
if you're R. Kelly, you sing one verse and people are handing you panties. Here you go, baby. I don't need these. Like, you
Bro,
know, yeah, I don't get it.
every celebrity. You look at Cosby. Like, bro, Cosby was
Yeah,
like one of the first black billionaires. But
yeah,
you had to drug women to sleep with them. Like, you were the first black, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first black billionaires that I knew about.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, wait, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, all these guys. That's why, man. I say this all the time. They call it Hollyweird.
yeah.
Hollywood
Change it.
Hollywood changes the people.
You're right,
Hollywood
bro.
and money intensifies that inner crazy that you have.
Bro,
Like when people get
that's
money,
you're right.
that inner crazy gets intensified. You know, if you got it, if you're an alcoholic and you
Mm-hmm.
become rich and famous, that alcoholism is going to soar.
Worse,
If you're
worse.
on drugs and you get famous, that drug habit is going to your addictions and habits when you get money, because
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going to tell you no. None of your
Nope, no,
so
no,
homeboys,
James,
because you're the one paying for everything. No, your homeboys ain't gonna be like, "Hey, dog, can you stop drugging
nope,
these women?
nope.
What's wrong with you?
Oh no, you the source of the
James,
money.
You're the source
Yeah,
of the money."
yeah.
James, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Like, let's say you get to that level. Your show goes syndicated. You're making that money. What's the first crazy thing that you're gonna do?
Oh, you ain't gonna leave me. I don't want a house. I don't want a car. I ain't gonna buy no boat. I ain't gonna buy no jewelry. The first thing I'm gonna buy, as being a father that raised 4 teenagers, I'm getting a maid. I ain't never cleaning a room up no more. I'm getting a maid. I ain't never putting the toilet seat down no more. I am getting a maid. People, I ain't gonna have to chew my food by myself no more. My maid gonna move my mouth for me. I'm getting a maid, bruh. Next thing I'm gonna do, because I was a chef and I had to cook meals for 18 years for my children, I am getting a personal chef. Yo, I cannot wait. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, instead of like looking at a menu, I'm gonna write one for that dude every day. This is what I want you to make. Bro. I'm gonna make up stuff like, I need to have a Bigfoot sandwich. You gotta kill a Sasquatch and make like
Hey, yo, can I get some
Listen,
Yetti
listen.
nuggets?
some Yeti
I
nuggets.
want a, I want a kangaroo burger. Make it happen.
Just all kind of weird
Bro,
meat. Hey, what's the thing you at now, Patricio? What is it?
dragon. I want a dragon.
Let me get a dragon steak. Let me get the Wagyu dragon meat.
I need you to go to Narnia. I need you to slay the dragon. I want a prime dragon rib.
Like on Chappelle show when he cracked the egg and the dinosaur.
the dinosaur.
And the dinosaur. He said Hulk Hogan choked this out for me.
Well, but he said, that tastes wild. All right, guys. Don't go anywhere. We have more hilarity right here on Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1, and we thank you for that. Want to quickly remind everybody, this is James John, comedian extraordinaire. I'm in the big chair today, joined in studio with Mr. Ken Miller and Patricio. You know him from With a Side of Chaos podcast. Now, I want to remind everybody, you can listen to all our past episodes if you download the iHeart app. Go to Real Laughs, there will be. You can also follow us on iTunes and Spotify. And now you can see these faces to go with these velvety voices right on YouTube. We need you guys to subscribe, like, and comment, and share everything that we do. Now, as comedians, Ken, I want to talk to you about this. Some news has popped up. You was telling me about, man. As comedians, what the cool part is that we get to hang out with other comedians. Like if we're doing a show in town and somebody's home and they want to come out and support, they will come out. They will go to our green room. We'll talk. We'll have a great time. And that's just a normal thing to do, right, Ken?
Normal thing to do.
Normal thing to do. But there seems to be a little beef that's brewing that you were telling me about when someone didn't respect the rules of the green room. Ken, what was you telling me?
Yeah, I just saw on Corey Holcomb's 5150 podcast. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. I got to open for him. Cool ass dude.
Nice.
They were having a comedy festival in town. 50 Cent was having a comedy festival in town.
Okay.
And Earthquake showed up to the Houston Improv. And Corey, and this is Corey's story, so I don't know Earthquake's story. I'm going by the Corey Holcomb side. And he said, and for you people out there, like Jane said, we have something called the green room. And the green room is where we go to decompress. The show's over with. The show's done. We want our time. And Corey was like, usually after the show, give me like 30 minutes. I
Yeah.
just got off stage. I just got done working because even though a lot of people out there don't believe comedy is a job, it is
It
a
is a
job.
job. Yeah.
I'm working. So give me 30 minutes to decompress. He was like,
Mhm.
Quake came through, Earthquake, another comedian came through and came in the green room and Corey showed him love. He was like, yo, I'm gonna find y'all some seats. And he said, why as he was out trying to find seats, he looked over and his people that came with him were not in the green room. And he
Mhm.
Oh,
said he
snap.
goes to the green room and Earthquake had kicked him out the green room, was in there eating the
Wow.
food, had locked the door.
You know what that reminds me of, kid? That reminds me of the episode of Dave Chappelle when Rick James came
Yeah, yeah.
to Eddie Murphy's house and was putting his feet all in your
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah. What you doing?
They should have never gave y'all money.
What are
And
you
like
ever
I
doing
said,
to my
I
legs?
know Corey's side. You know, I just listened to what Corey said in Corey's side.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know Quake's side. I ain't heard him say nothing about it yet. But
Yeah.
with Corey, I get it, man. It's your green room. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like we've had issues with that at the Orlando Improv where comedians that
Yes.
just go to the back and just be in the green room. And
Yes.
a lot of comics are cool, like, all right, man, y'all back here cool. But most comics like, look, man, this is I get to be away from people.
Mhm.
The door shut. You know, either
Yeah.
we in there eating, we in there sparking, we in there having
Mhm.
a drink, but I'm away from people. Like even now when I feature now, dude, I go in the green room, I go speak, and then once I'm done speaking, if they want me to kick it, I'm gonna kick it. But if not,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be outside the door. I'm gonna be at the bar. You know, it's their
Yes.
green room. You know, like when the
Yes.
other couple weeks ago, Ali Sadiq was here, and I went and spoke because I've opened for him before, and he said, "Hey man, good to see you, man. Come on in, have a seat."
Mhm.
I went in. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But
yes.
if he
Yes.
wouldn't invited me in, I just say, hey man, just want to say, hey, you know, thanks again. Let me work with you back in Virginia. Just want to say what's up with you, bro. But
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
invited me in. You know, a
What up?
week later, I stopped there and Godfrey's headlining. And
Mhm.
Akeem brings me to the back to meet Godfrey and just walks in. And Godfrey looks at me and is like, who the F is this dude? Because
Oh
Akeem didn't
wow.
introduce me.
Oh wow.
I'm just standing there looking stupid. I'm like,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, this Ken, this is my comedy dad. He's the mentor for all the comedians in Orlando. And then Godfrey like, oh, cool, man. Come on, man. Come on in and chill. And then he was
Man.
telling me the story about how he was in Tampa and all these comedians was just out in the green room. And then just,
Yeah.
you know, recently he was in Orlando and all these comics was just in the green room and this and that. And so now it's like, if you don't invite me in,
I'm not
if
going
I
in.
work with you, I'm gonna come speak. And then after I speak, I'm dipping. And if you say, Ken, come have a seat, I'm gonna come have a seat. If you don't say, come in, have a seat, or have a drink, I'm
I'm
back
moving.
outside at the
Keep
bar
it
and I'm
pushing.
gonna leave you alone.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, what's the proper etiquette? But, like, you basically just explained it right there. Like, unless you get the invite, you can come in. You just can't storm the castle. And,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
can't
like,
just throw in the
just
you honestly shouldn't even go back there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I go
really.
back there because technically, I would help book, so I kind of work there. So I
Yeah.
go back there, but it has to be a comedian that I've worked with. If I worked with that comic before, I'll go speak. But if it's somebody I have never worked with, they don't know me, I don't know them like that, I won't go back there unless the GM says, "Hey, Ken, you want to come meet so and so." Other than that, I don't go back there.
Yep. He basically summed it up. If you don't get the invite, don't take your ass back
If you
there.
don't get the invite, do not take your ass, man. Oh, because like I said, it's that either one they're about to get on stage, so they don't need a bunch of us
Mhm.
in their face asking for guest spots and pictures and
Mm.
follow me on social media. And then after the show, you know, you go speak to the people, say your merch, and you want to go back to the green room and like, you know what I mean?
Decompress.
Just you
Yeah.
decompress and get ready for the next, especially when you got a 2 or 3 show night.
Wow, that's
You
a
know what I'm
lot.
saying? You wanna chill. Let me lay on this couch in the green room for like 20 minutes. Let me get my mind right. Okay, now y'all can come back here. We can run each other mouth, but give me some time.
Yeah. Give me some
James,
space.
James, have you ever had, like, an awkward encounter in the green room?
Oh yeah. Here's why it was awkward. I was at the Orlando Improv. Love that place. Shout out to Krista. I can't say who I was opening up for because I don't want to give this away. What was awkward was not the dudes in there. They were very friendly. They said, "Come on in and hang out." What was awkward for me, this is when I was kind of like what, year 3 in of comedy, maybe. Like I can't remember. I was early on, and I go in there and they are just all puffing. Chief, if you know what I mean. And I'm
Ooh.
still in, my mom was a cop, so I'm thinking, oh my God, we gonna all get arrested. We going to jail. Like, I can't be back here. That's that fire, Ken.
Just that fire. Hey, bro, what is you doing?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, he just showed
I
us
was
the
fixing my
crotch.
cape. I was
Oh
fixing my
yeah,
cape.
but you gave us a crotch shot, bro. What
He
was that?
did. And he did it when I said that's that fire. Then he put his crotch right in the camera.
I
our
gotta
face.
show the people love. I gotta show people love and care,
Bro,
man.
Bro, according to OnlyFans rules, I owe you 2 tokens now, don't
Yeah,
I?
right.
You do. I expect that by the end of business day.
Dude, James, you had one where you opened for somebody and they wouldn't even let you in the green room.
No, Ian Bag. Oh, I said his name.
Oh,
Bro,
was it not
I'm
him?
thinking of somebody else. One of the brothers.
Ian doesn't let you sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was one of the brothers, and one of them is very friendly.
Yeah.
One of them actually is amazing, but one of them's not a warm and friendly kind of guy.
Yeah. I've had the puff too, especially in most of them will bring what do you call it that sucks all the dust out of the room?
Humidifier.
Yeah, humidifier. So a lot of comedians will bring that, put it in the green room. And but I've got to smoke cigars in the green room with headliners.
Oh,
if they're smoking, Krista let me smoke. But if it's just us,
no, we can't.
Ain't famous.
No,
she ain't kill us. Bro,
I was
in there smoking with Don DC Curry, bro. The next week I was in there headlining smoking myself. She was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Yo, we can't. You let Don smoke." She said, "You not Don." Your tickets was free.
In fact, Ken, go wash some dishes now. Look at you.
Yes, man. Right, let me go run some food. Let me go run food for you.
I will tell you, there are certain laws that you can break when it has to do with entertainment. I'm learning that, Ken. Like, you can smoke in certain green rooms. You can do some stuff you ain't supposed to. I'm gonna tell you my experience here at Afro, dude. We had the Marleys come here. That family, the Bob Marley family, and they came and did a concert, y'all. Now, y'all know I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke weed, but there's certain things, if you're presented with the opportunity, you cannot pass up.
Yeah.
If the Marleys tell you or ask you, would you like to smoke? You smoking. Yes, you are, bro. Yeah. It's like meeting Donald Trump. He's like, you want a prostitute? You're like, yeah. It's
That's what I do.
That's what he do, baby.
This is what you do, so I'm with you. Yeah.
Just grab them properly. That's
right, man.
Dude, I had worked with a comic in Tampa, and he smoked so much weed in the green room. Now, you done Tampa Improv, the green room upstairs.
Second floor.
Door wide open. So the smoke, the weed it's just. So now I got contact high. Ooh. I'm on stage. I cannot, Patricio, I'm not lying. I cannot stop laughing.
You're a giggler.
I couldn't get through my set. I was laughing my whole set. But the whole club smelled like weed.
Wow.
Like the whole club smelled like just like weed, bro. Like this dude, I don't even know how he got through his set. Because he was like, pop. I'm like, dude, you know how I smoke cigars? I can hit 2 of them. Yeah. But he hit like 3 blunts.
Oh my
God. How are you functioning, bro?
All I
got was the smoke, James. And I was on stage and I was just giggling.
Bro, you know why I believe you, Ken? You know why I know you telling the truth? Because you was in Tampa. Nobody in the audience complained. That's like, smell good in here.
Smell good in here. Everybody looking around like, who's smoking?
Who's smoking?
I don't understand. I don't understand how people could smoke that much. Like I've been, and I've made it public. You know, I'm an advocate for marijuana, but I don't understand how people could do like back-to-back blunts.
But you can only get so high, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I need a pizza and a sofa after half a blunt. I can't do 3 blunts. I'd be dead.
Bro, dead, bro. Buddy did 3. I'm like, and got on stage and murdered.
Are you for real?
Still murdered. I'm on stage giggly gooing.
Bro.
I'm on stage. I can't stop laughing. And everybody like, Ken, hi. And I'm like, I promise you, I didn't smoke. I had to tell the booker, I'm like, I promise you, bro, I didn't smoke. I'm in the green room with
Contact.
Buddy.
Yeah,
Like I
contact.
promise you, I was like, I got a regular. At the time I had the job, I said I got a regular job. I can't get high. I said I'm just getting this contact smoke, bro, and I was done, yo. So yeah, it's some stuff
You know,
when you the main famous headliner,
oh
Rocky,
yeah,
it's stuff you can do
you can
in the
do it.
green room that if we have an off night, we can't do in the green room.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah,
you
no, no,
won't.
no.
No,
No,
we
you
can't do
won't.
in the green room.
No, you won't.
I mean, I'll give a tidbit from for this story for another
Go
for
ahead.
another episode. But I worked with Girls Gone Wild for a few months, and yeah,
Oh,
when someone offers you something, you take it. Especially some a
wow.
higher up, a person of status. Like, yeah, no, 100%. If they offer,
Ooh,
you take.
gotcha, bro. I heard that guy that was in charge of that's in a little trouble right now.
Yeah,
A
man. It's
lot of trouble. A lot of
Yeah,
trouble.
they were saying that he wasn't he wasn't treating the women the way he was supposed to, and they were
Nope.
yeah. Did you ever see any of that when you were working there?
So I worked with them for about a month and a half. We did a little bit of tours throughout the West Coast and
Mm-hmm.
Mexico as well. But it was there was a lot of stuff that was being done, a lot of stuff that was being done like that, and but never anything like that crazy, like the level that Joe Francis trouble that
Yeah,
he's in right now. Yeah,
yeah.
we never experienced anything like that.
Got it. Okay, gotcha. But there was a lot of young girls around, impressionable people
Oh, there was a
drinking.
lot of stuff going on that I'll save that for another episode. You can ask me anything, any and all that about that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to ask you about you was working for Girls Gone Wild, man. How you ain't never tell us that, man? Bro, that was back in the days of VHS, man. God
Yes,
dang. But that dude made, I
1995 and
heard,
shipping and handling.
bro, he made millions off of that, did he not?
Oh yeah, he made a lot of money.
Million. Yo, people were perverted back in the day. All right, man.
They
Before
still
cell
are.
phones, they still are. But yeah, now it's on right on your phone, man. Hey, man, this has been nothing but a great time as always. Thank you guys for doing the show. We got Mr. Ken Miller in the house. We got Patricio from With a Side of Chaos and the Aaron Morse Law Practice. We love you guys so much. Thank you for always supporting us. And when you come out to our shows, please tell us that you listen to Real Laughs. We love to interact with our fans and take pictures. Once again, thank you guys so much. We will see y'all tomorrow.